But could this go even further? Since we're made of particles, could this process make human teleportation possible one day?
Welcome to New York City.
Let's say I want to get to Paris for a quick lunch. Well, in theory, entanglement might someday make that possible. Here's what I'd need. A chamber of particles here in New York that's entangled with another chamber of particles in Paris.
Right this way, Mr. Green.
I would step into a pod that acts sort of like a scanner or a fax machine. While the device scans the huge number of particles in my body, more particles than there are stars in the observable universe, it's jointly scanning the particles in the other chamber, and it creates a list that compares the quantum state of the two sets of particles. And here's where entanglement comes in. Because of spooky action at a distance, that list also reveals how the original state of my particles is related to the state of the particles in Paris. Next, the operator sends that list to Paris. There, they use the data to reconstruct the exact quantum state of every single one of my particles. And a new me materializes. It's not that the particles traveled from New York to Paris. It's that entanglement allows my quantum state to be extracted in New York and reconstituted in Paris, down to the last particle.
Bonjour, Monsieur Green.
Hi there. So, here I am in Paris, an exact replica of myself. And I'd better be, because measuring the quantum state of all my particles in New York has destroyed the original me.
It is absolutely required in the quantum teleportation protocol that the thing that is teleported is destroyed in the process. And, you know, that does make you a little anxious. I guess you would just end up being a lump of neutrons, protons, and electrons. You wouldn't look too good.
Now, we are a long way from human teleportation today, but the possibility raises a question. Is the Brian Greene who arrives in Paris really me? Well, there should be no difference between the old me in New York and the new me here in Paris. And the reason is that, according to quantum mechanics, it's not the physical particles that make me me. It's the information those particles contain. And that information has been teleported exactly for all the trillions of particles that make up my body.
It is a very deep philosophical question whether what arrives at the receiving station is the original or not. My position is that by original we mean something which has all the properties of the original.
New York City.
And if this is the case, then it is the original.